Hey everyone, it's been a while. It's been almost 4 months since I gave a proper update. I just wanted to say thank you if you're still here. In today's video, we'll cover an update on how I've been, how it has been going, and so far I have done 30 cap treatments, so that's 30. I'll give you guys an update on how I've been, what it's like, what I'm up to, and what is the plan moving forward. But before I get into this update, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supported me, be it through supporting my GoFundMe page, sending me words of encouragement, and just checking up on me every now and then. I really appreciate it. I never expected myself to be living alone in Thailand, but here I am today. I've come a long way. A lot of hair has grown since I shaved it last year. It's gonna be the 1-year anniversary of me shaving my head. And I've only gotten a haircut once since then, so if you want to know what your hair looks like after shaving and how the grow out looks, here it is. Main update, I have done 30 cap treatments. Even though I came with a 4-month plan which turned into an 8-month plan, my skin still hasn't been as stable as I had hoped. So that is one of the reasons why I have been absent. I didn't want to give a false picture that after 8 months of cap, you'll be perfect and back to normal. That is totally not the case, especially not for me. Doing daily things like washing dishes, cutting lemons even. I noticed that after I cut a lemon, my hands were kind of... You can still see like there are problem areas like here, my first finger. They get pretty red and irritated after I do certain things. So even washing dishes, I have to wear gloves. I noticed that wearing a helmet while riding the motorcycle in Thailand helps a lot. I used to have a lot of irritation on my eyelids, like cracks here all the time. It was so hard to actually keep it from staying inflamed, cracking. Even the lightest scratch would tear the skin. Ever since I gotten the helmet back in June, changed my progress of healing. Mind you, I used to wash my face after every bike ride and wear sunglasses to prevent as much irritation as I could, and even then it still wasn't enough. On the first trip back to Singapore, I stayed for 1 day and 1 night, so technically 1 full day. That gave me irritation when I came back, sadly. A little bit bummed. From that trip, on the second trip, I had to stay in Singapore a little bit longer because I had to attend school. On the first night, you could already see some little irritation bumps on my problem areas, which is usually my face, my eyelids, my cheeks. So on the second day, I was fully kind of red. Even my classmates noticed my skin being much redder than the day before, and they even told me, yeah, I should just figure out a way to stay in Thailand. So by the third trip, it was actually the trip where I went to Bali and got the DTV. Everything actually went pretty smooth. I got the DTV. I went back to Singapore to kind of break the flight. I didn't want to do like a straight 6-hour flight. Was it 5 or 6 hours? It was either 5 or 6 hours back from Bali to Bangkok. So I just decided just to stay in Singapore for 1 night. Even that 1 night, there was still irritation on my skin with a combination of other things. That whole trip just flared me out basically. When I came back, my eyes were swollen, had the infection, and even the back of my thighs, that area was really irritated. For a long time, I've been trying to figure out what is causing that irritation. Right now, till today, I still have irritation there, which is kind of annoying. But we figured out that it's probably the toilet seat, the chemicals on the toilet seat. It's a bummer because what if you need to poo or pee really urgently and then you just have to like take the time to lay paper. Yeah, but small problem if we see the bigger picture. But in reality, it's like, yes, we are still in this. We still gotta be careful. Oh, another huge update is that I've begun to eat normally again. Other than the little miso episode that I had back in June, I'm kind of curious to try it again because I don't believe that I'm allergic or like sensitive to miso. If it's true, I'm very sad about it. But as of now, I haven't tried it again, more because I need to go back to Singapore again in September. So right now we are trying to build my skin thickness as much as I can. Normally, you would also know that I'll be wearing a cap, but because I've been trying to build the skin thickness on my forehead, we gotta deal with the helmet hair. And actually it's paying off because we did notice at the clinic that my forehead is smoother. So yay, small wins. After much discussion with my partner, we have decided that we will move to Bangkok some way and somehow for two main reasons. One being that I need to kill the fungus, and in order to kill the fungus is to either continue cap treatment full body every week or to do sea and sun twice a week every week. Because Singapore doesn't have clean sea, we are not able to do that in Singapore, and we can't think of any other way to actually receive cap if we're outside of Thailand. The other reason is cap is accessible in Thailand, so staying here is actually gonna be more beneficial in the long run. Thinking about if we were to do sea and sun here and still be able to get cap is the best option that we have concluded. At this point, we're supporting ourselves financially now, but I just want to say I'm extremely grateful for all the encouragement that I'm getting. So, on a brighter note, I will start a food channel and it's called Aroy Rancha. Because it's based in Thailand, that explains the name. Right now, the channel is mostly me exploring food and going to random areas. I'd love to know what you guys want to see. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube. I promise I'll start posting soon. Thank you so much for staying till the end of the video and supporting me on my journey. It hasn't been easy coming to the reality that I can't go back to work and I can't do the work that I used to. So supporting me on Aroy Rancha would really mean a lot to me. I'll keep you guys updated on this channel, more focused on skin, TSW, and less food stuff. So if you want to see the food adventures I go on, you know where to go. I'll see you guys in another week. If you still have any questions regarding cap, I wouldn't give advice on TSW anymore because I think the healing of someone who has gone through cap is just slightly different. Seeing the progress of everyone who has gone through and done different things, it really gives you the perspective that yeah, everyone has a different healing journey. But just remember, healing is not linear. Don't beat yourself up too much or too long, though I still do that a lot. I'll see you guys soon. Happy healing. Don't scratch and keep the flakes on. Bye! I filmed this video 2 weeks back, so technically I am 32 treatments in. And sadly, today I will be the bearer of bad news. But I will say this is a reality check. For some who have done treatment for maybe 4 months, they wouldn't be as sensitive as I am. So I actually had a flare on Monday because I wore a shirt that was washed 2 months ago. It was kept in the cupboard. We kind of thought that it was okay. I was wearing short sleeves for the first time in a long time. Funnily, that is why my arms didn't flare, but just the action of me pulling it past my face and my face having the thinner skin, I was quite affected. This is post cap. I did cap today, so actually I was a lot redder. And for my eyelids, it was much worse than this. Little story time. I went to the eye doctor that I saw back in June. This time, because my eye wasn't infected, he actually prescribed steroids. And the huge bummer is that he told me that I probably had an allergic reaction, which is causing my tear ducts to be stuck. He then told me that he would flush my tear ducts just to make sure that it was basically cleared and my own body could kind of moisten itself, basically remove the gunk on its own. What he did was he stuck this really thin syringe into my tear duct and flushed it. It was a really weird sensation because I felt the water or the saline, I believe, at the back of my throat. So it didn't really go anywhere other than like stay inside my body. But after he did that, he like cleaned my eyelid. He told me to go and find a skin doctor. How ironic. And then at the end of it, he told the nurse to put an ointment on me. I'm slightly frustrated that I did not emphasize strongly enough how much I do not want steroids. TLDR, they put a steroidal ointment on my eyelids. And then he showed me the before and after of my eyelids. Obviously, it's gonna look okay, right? Imagine you have this crumpled piece of paper that's like tearing here and there, and then you put water over it. It's just gonna look smooth and nice. But that's beyond the point. If you guys are going to see a doctor in Thailand, make sure you reiterate and explain from the start that you don't want steroids. I have seen this doctor multiple times already, and he knows that I don't want steroids, but this time he seemed so insistent on it. I tried to call the clinic in Thailand for some help, but I believe there was no point, more because the doctor has like a set protocol to follow, and if you don't want to follow it, you still kind of have to follow through because you saw him already, and he low-key won't let you go home if you don't pay, or like if you don't basically follow through with the medications that you so-called need. What's a bummer is that my eyes weren't, or like they aren't that bad. Okay, prior to this it was a little more crusty just because I went post-cap. So like after cap you will generally look crustier, just slightly crustier. So the only thing that upset me is that because I'm post-cap, my skin is definitely gonna be super damn happy about the steroids, because just imagine your drug deprived skin suddenly gets this drug that it's been missing for the past, I don't know, year or so. Yep, but here's a reality check, because for me, as much as I see my friends, all the people who got better within like 4 months, the reality for me is that even 8 months in, I'm still not stable. This is why I don't recommend Protopic, because my arms and my legs aren't as bad. And my face and my neck are just areas of which I use Protopic on. Here's my reality check that even 8 months in, I'm still not as okay as I wished or as okay as I hoped. Finally, just a week ago, I was pretty much okay. I was quite stable. I was quite happy with the amount of like skin thickness I had built up. I felt much healthier. And then this one shirt, man, I tell you. This is just reality check. I guess because I built some sort of skin thickness, as much as I itched, I was like fighting the itch because I was thinking to myself that it's not that bad. But when I got home and then I lifted up my shirt, there was not a crazy amount of bumps on my body per se, but my eyes you could definitely see like on the lids, especially on the lids and around the eye. It was so unhappy, and because of that irritation, it made my eyes inside irritated as well. Thanks for listening. Also my chin, another problem area. Yep, reality check. Not everyone has the same healing journey. Even like at the 4-month mark, I kind of knew that I'm definitely gonna take longer than others lah. I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye! Also, for me, my hands are really sensitive, but there's this area right at my finger. Because I did cap today, is really much less red than what it usually is like, and you can see here on my fingers I have dyshidrosis. Here's another crazy problem area. It's like between my finger. I don't know if you can see. Yep, you can see right now. Here, this area, and like the actual finger itself. From my experience, it's like a real gamble. If I leave the dyshidrosis alone, it would go down. For the most part, sometimes if I just leave it, it looks like it's about to get infected or a little pussy. I don't know anyone who also experiences this, but the way I've learned to deal with it is to literally remove the liquid from the inside. As much as I tell you not to do this has always worked for me, so I'm just gonna share it. I don't say I will pop the thing, but it's so swollen that if you actually like brush against it, it's gonna burst anyway. So what I do is I remove the liquid inside, wash my hands, and then I apply antibiotics and wrap it up. Make sure it doesn't touch anything. Once you do that, for me, it always works. Like doing that whole squeeze it out, wash it, clean it, and put antibiotics. And I hope it helps you.